Hey guys, welcome to Armchair Conversations. I was telling you a little bit about my perceptions, my thoughts on meditation a little while ago, but I want to touch on meditation as part of martial arts practice. When you meditate as part of martial arts practice, as far as I'm concerned, you're either doing it for one of two reasons. You're doing it to enhance your perception, or you're doing it to enhance your visualization. They're not mutually exclusive, but I think of them differently. When I think of your visualization, it's kind of the same way that you would think of your practice for any other sport. Like if you were visualizing yourself shooting the perfect basketball shot, or driving the perfect sports car lap, or you know, skiing, swimming, whatever. Mostly sports, but it could be anything. It could be something as, like hammering nails into a board or building a house. But it's visualization. You close your mind off and relax and focus in on seeing yourself doing something well. Um, and it literally can be for anything, but right now we're talking about the martial arts. So you may see yourself um, bringing your energy up through your body and out to the places that it's needed. You may see yourself moving in time with the rhythms of your form or kata or whatever you want to call it. Or you may see yourself in your mind's eye punching perfectly, blocking perfectly, kicking perfectly. Um, you may even see yourself fighting with your opponent and predicting in your mind the movements that they are going to use in sparring or fighting with you. That one has some different and interesting connotations because honestly, as you get better at your art, whatever it may be as far as martial arts, since it's what we're talking about today, you will find that you can then, especially if you've dealt with a particular opponent, or if you've seen enough of that opponent, or you just have a natural knack for it, because there's some people just have a natural knack, you begin to be able to visualize in your head the movements that you're going to encounter, the likelihood of how they're chained together, and what your counters will be. Um, when you're able to do that in the midst of a fight or slightly before a confrontation, the word that comes to mind is kimagure. The concept was introduced to me um, in a movie starring, oh gosh, the movie's called Electra. And I remember that the master, I can't remember his name in the movie, that was teaching Electra, um, that she could perceive or see events ahead before they happen, and not just for fighting only, but for other parts of the life. Um, Basically, this is a similar idea that you're visualizing, and then once you've learned to visualize and predict patterns, that you then become open to then receiving almost clairvoyant knowledge from the universe or from God or whatever you want to call it, um, about what's going to happen next. It's almost like precognition, you know. Um, and that's basically what meditation in the martial arts means to me, as far as like preparing yourself and visualization. Now when we go to the other side of it and you talk about perception, to me perception is about focusing in on your senses so that you can enhance them. So when you meditate in those arenas, we're thinking of things like um, a lot of times you're taught in meditation, depending on your discipline or style, to deaden the senses so that you're in that nothingness space in your meditation. And then from that point, you're supposed to receive knowledge, receive energy, receive things, or branch out into specific areas. But for me, the idea is to get to that place of blankness so that I can then focus in on something particular. So, like, for example, say I want to enhance my sense of touch. Okay. Well, I'm going to meditate to help clear my mind and relax it and quote unquote blank it out. And then I'm going to direct my focus to my skin, and to feeling the energy coming to my skin, to the surface of my skin, enhancing the blood flow. And actually, medically, they've done some research and noticed that when you think of an area, consciously or subconsciously, that the blood flow to that area is enhanced, albeit very so slightly, but it's statistically significant, and actually more so depending on practice, apparently, that you can enhance your blood flow, or in this case, your energy flow to certain areas of the body, or to certain senses. So if you are paying attention and wanting to hear well, you're going to direct your energy and focus toward that sense, or smelling, or tasting, or touching. And they say that people who have excellence in any particular areas, like for example, taste testers, chefs who cook can kind of smell ingredients and taste ingredients. Um, you know, they have a natural sense of being able to direct their focus to those areas to enhance their sensitivity and enhance their ability to sense certain things. So, like I say, keeping this one short and quick, meditation is either for martial arts purposes, simplified, visualization or perception. You're either visualizing what you're doing or what another person is doing to anticipate movements or to perfect your own movements in your head. There are some studies that actually say that doing it in your head is just about as good as doing it in your body, and that your muscles and nerves will actually fire in the sequences and orders as if they were actually doing the event. Uh, and the second one is perception. So you're clearing your mind and relaxing so that you can focus in on a particular modality. Um, and that one to me is the five senses, being able to enhance taste, touch, sight, sound. Um, so I'm definitely a fan of meditation for those things when it comes to martial arts. Now, you can catch me on the next one to give you a primer on how you would use that in action.